What has been the average air quality index in the national capital of this country and NCR region too? These are adjacent cities. Let's take a look at that. This is average 400 on the 4th of November, 454 in different parts of Delhi. It did come down slightly to 400 and then 395, barely 5. Remember that this is average and this has even touched about 700, 800 in different parts. This is not normal by any standard. To be breathing this amount of toxic haze and air means we are smoking many cigarettes per day. So even if you're a non-smoker, this is going to impact your lungs and your body and much worse. Now it did come slightly, as you can see, 400, 395, 384. There have been some emergency measures, places have been shut, schools have been shut, odd and even has started. So there are about some measures, and with the wind speed as well, sunshine, there are some factors that are adding to it slightly come down. But the fact remains, this should have never happened in the first place. It's not a surprise. It was expected, an annual occurrence now, and that is where we should have had it specifically way lower than this. But this is Delhi and NCR region. And the controversy was, remember, over the smog tower that isn't even working in Delhi. It was much hyped up. This is how Noida is looking like. This is Noida smog tower where we checked. We tried to find out if this was working, and we found out that it did. Abhishek Anand visited this spot in Noida. What smog tower does is for all to see. Let's take a look.
We are here in Noida to show you a perfectly functioning smog tower. This tower was built near the DND and the main Dadri road which connects Noida and Delhi. It's not just working, it's actually showing on the map that how this tower is making a difference. If you can focus, you can see this is the location of this tower right on the DND, and you can see how the air quality is better at this particular stretch, which is the most dense traffic area. Over 1 lakh commuters take the DND only every day. See how the other side of River Yamuna, I will request my camera person to focus on the phone again. The other side of River Yamuna, you can see the blue flags which are very unhealthy in the AQI index. The other side of River Yamuna is Delhi, and you can see the blue dots. 5 kilometers from here, where the national capital Delhi is located, there are smog towers which are not functioning, and this is making the air little better in the poor category, not in severe or very poor or in hazardous category, which the Delhi's air quality is right now. With camera person Ritesh Mishra in Noida, this is Abhishek Anand reporting for India Today.
All right, let me now tell you precisely how all of this action is basically being taken after the Supreme Court directives. What has Supreme Court said here? Punjab, because that's where the maximum farm fires are, and neighboring states need to stop the crop burning. There absolutely cannot be any excuses for that. The local SHO of the police of the state, of that station in that area, will be responsible for implementation of the court order. So it will be the local jurisdiction that has the responsibility. Want the smog towers to be working. That's what Supreme Court has said, and that's why you see the officials running to Delhi smog tower to get it operational. Noida one was already working. Ensure solid waste is not burnt in open, because that will also generate toxic fumes as well. So these are some of the directives that have been announced by the Supreme Court, including number 5. Want to see the results by November 10. Now this is how this should have worked in the first place, with a deadline. 10th November, and this November, Diwali is nowhere close. It's on the 12th November. So way before Diwali, you see the sort of smog around you. And that is why it said by 10th of November, I want to see a change, the court has said. And as it happens in this country, when the Supreme Court says something, all authorities go rushing in. So we hope there will be at least some breather for all of us in Delhi NCR to be able to breathe, at least from hazardous to poor category at least.